Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Onward Master League. My name is NightFiree. I am here with my co-caster, the one, the only, Buxton. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing good, NightFiree. It's good to be back in the casting chair after what feels like surprisingly a long time, even though it's only been a week since my last cast, but I'm glad to be back sitting in this chair.
Yeah, you take a little break, you take a little breather, and all of a sudden it feels like you haven't been around for forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I completely agree. The coverage this week a little lackluster, but hey, I think for pretty good reason, if I'm going to be honest. We got some pretty exciting esports stuff coming down the pipe. Wednesday at 12, I think, is the start time. We got OC5, Onward finals, semifinals. Whew. We're gonna
be a hell of a thing to watch.
We're gonna a little preview on what we're gonna see right here. SMC Tactical, one of the squads that did qualify. They'll be going up against Phoenix. And I think but I think what we're getting here is not the core SMC roster. Is what we're theory crafting, at least, right?
Yeah, what we're thinking is a little bit of a side roster, though. Looking at the lineup currently, it doesn't look like that is the case. They're bringing in their core members here: Honey, Half, Sickness, Ponecake, Landing, Jordan, and Beefy. So we did see Edna in the lobby earlier, so we theorized that maybe should be coming in just to give the rest of the team some warm-up while not giving away too much information on how they're going to be playing.
Yeah, clearly just using kind of, I mean, they have her on the team because she's a skilled player. They obviously maybe were having her go up against them, kind of offer some quality adversary for a warm-up.
Yeah, that is definitely possible.
Either way, the squads are getting ready. If you just give me 1 second here, I'll be hopping in. Buxton, do you have any predictions? What are you thinking?
Asking me for predictions, that is a brave one, NightFiree, but I have a feeling SMC is going to take this, though maybe they're going to be struggling on Phoenix's map pick because they're bringing Squayuken in as a sub for this match. And I'm not sure, I didn't realize they were actually bringing one in, but Squayuken is playing here, which is interesting to see because he's a good player. I think they are going to struggle a little bit on Phoenix's map pick, but I think overall they're going to take this relatively smoothly.
Yeah, if we do just want to pop quickly into the war room, we can kind of discuss pick bans. Coming in from SMC, they have banned Downfall. And coming from Phoenix, they have banned Cargo. We are hopping right into Quarantine. Whoa, look at that new, you seen that new?
Yeah,
ooh, baby!
So translucent and nice.
Unbelievable. Do me a save, and I want to see these suckers updated. But we got a new little update rolled out a couple of days ago, and what that gave us was some fun kind of new tools to play with, some new updated kinematics. Really has kind of polished the visual experience just before OC5, and thankfully, praise James, he's given this to us before OC5 gets it. So, I mean, you're kind of getting a little bring what's gonna happen right here.
Very much looking forward to the future of the casting tools here, because this tiny little UI change, it really makes it so much. It feels so much more premium compared to James's fully functional UI previously.
Yeah, it is really. It's just everything's come a long way since we started, and it's fun to see it sort of all accumulating into this excellent experience for OC5. Like, they are really polishing up the spectating and the casting and everything to be a joy to watch. And it's actually started to become pretty fun to use. Like, I could see myself just wanting to get in a professional. I become a professional camera, okay? ESL, you need a camera guy, okay? Buxton's already done it. Buxton's already pioneered the way. He's already pioneering as a professional cameraman.
I've laid the pipes for you, NightFiree.
You have. That's very true. I have to come in behind your and follow in your footsteps.
Need some better mouses backstage though. The ones they had in Cologne. Oh, kind of cheap.
Need higher DPI.
Need lower sensitivities.
Oh, geez. Buxton's starting to become a drama queen on us, guys. He gets a little attention. All of a sudden, God, you know, my wrist is getting real sore. I need some padding over here. And anyway, it does look like we are about to be on our way the first round of the first match of this SMC Tactical versus Phoenix map. Or series, wow. This is kind of interesting, too, to see. I wonder what his choice on pink is. Maybe it's just easier to see?
Possibly, so maybe it's a little bit less offensive to see than just harsh red. I imagine that's the case.
Phoenix here using up a lot of smoke so they can cross this street, and they aren't really that great of smokes, if we're going to be honest. Not the coverage they want. It's going to be fine with the spawn. So they're going to cross fine.
Yeah, they only covered the south side. That could have been dangerous. But it's interesting to see what Officer Statham's doing here on this northern side. He's sitting by the rock. I don't believe this is a position you see very common. He's extremely exposed from burning building. This is possibly a questionable move.
Yeah, the rubble can spot him, that's very true, and he has maybe sort of recognized that as his weak point. Rotates a little bit farther into this L. I don't know how I feel about that position, though, because, I mean, maybe it's going to be a very audio position. He's going to be sitting there listening for Pwnecake on the rotation.
Possibly, but if Pwnecake hears him first, that is a very obvious position to be able to catch someone rotating away from. If Pwnecake hears him, calls out, that's Honey Half at burning, he's going to watch over towards the APC and just catch him as if he tries to move away, and he'll just get naded if he stays there too long.
Let's also draw attention, it looks like SMC Tactical with an early drop. So it is a 4v5.
Unfortunate.
We do have a drone coming out. I'm never going to be able to find this with the camera. Oh, I'm getting close. There it is.
Oh, I can hear it. I can't see it, but I can hear it.
It's near my camera, yeah. It's one of the new tools you can use. He's patrolling the area. Information is given out. They now know that Mal's south. It's actually kind of a nice bit of information to have there.
Yeah, that was some very nice information gathered there. They realized that Squigooken is in that East 2 story with Malno in the South Hills. That is a pretty huge amount of information, because now they know that there are 3 probably near the objective, and having those 2 way in the back, that's probably going to give them a little bit more wiggle room. But that's assuming if they did that when they had 5. There goes Squiggy down by Mr. Beefy. A bit of return fire coming from Pwnecake on the roof, though.
Oh my gosh, this UI is beautiful. Go into FPS view, buddy.
Oh,
woo.
That is beautiful.
Woo.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, baby. It's the pinnacle. Officer Statham with the pick as well. Looks like that spot actually does pay off when they tried to cross the street with smokes.
Yeah, I'm surprised Pwnecake didn't go to the corner of the roof and just kind of listen for a bit, because people do pretty often go to this kind of base of the roof area, maybe to the little L at the APC, but he's kind of hanging back on the roof, kind of just watching over towards the East 2 story, not really listening for anyone below here, which might be a little bit of an issue for all of them.
Yeah.
They've only got 2 people left.
He is worried there, though. I mean, he knows that he has one here close. He knows Statham's there, but he's got to be worried from that 2-story there. A nade comes up and over. It might be pretty successful. Really nice toss. Finds Pwnecake.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It rolled just up next to him. Could only be more perfect if it was airburst instead, but either way, you can hear Pwnecake just kind of moaning on the floor there. Very effective.
Yeah. And there are 2 available for revive here, but Hooneyhalf not in a position to get these reses. Trying to lean and peek around these corners. No more Slav squat. That's a age-old thing we won't see anymore in Onward. Instead, we have drops to a knee now. It's actually really quite nice.
Yeah. The question is, with that nade, will Honeyhalf realize what Officer Statham is? If he comes around the corner on this wing, he will see him, but Statham might also see him first.
I think Hooney can get up here and get the res onto Pwnecake.
Yeah, it seems so. He's not actually going for the confirmation there. But are they going to try and get Beefy as well on that kind of northern east side, or are they going to abandon him, just make him give out information instead, because he's mighty far away.
Oh, Squig did see Hooney go for the res, but he doesn't land any shots. Team kill coming out actually from Mal. Statham, the close quarters defense on that north objective is gone now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Malno, he had no way of actually telling that was a friendly unless he checked his tablet, because that is such an incredibly long distance from wing.
Trying to find more shots on that rooftop. I think he did finally confirm Beefy.
Yeah, it looks like it. Actually, might have timed out. It has been about 2 minutes 30.
It is something you want to try and do. Make sure you're confirming your kills. Something that I should also take note of for OC5.
Quickly get out the notepad. Jot it down.
Some pages here.
But you can tell SMC Tactical is pressured by the time here as Honeyhawk runs out and just gets railed by Gibbs from the southeast street, leaving Poncake from base of roof.
Right, sounds like we lost
He's in a tough situation. 45 seconds, last man against 4.
Yeah, it looks like Hooney was going to try and rotate around south, and they were going to try and sort of pinch here. Poncake moving in from the north and from the south, but it's just not going to happen. Now he's going to have to come up against Tooled in this turbine area. It's going to be tough. A nade comes out. That's going to be too far.
A little bit too far, but Poncake has been seen by Malno from ambulance instead. Standing on top of that hill there, that's a high-class maneuver. And the man just catch his head over the wall. Nice, smooth win. For Phoenix, though, an unfortunate drop. Wow, look at that ending screen.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to go to our scoreboard.
We don't need it. Scrap it all.
We'll go maybe between series, honestly.
Yeah, that does sound good to me.
Just have to do a little behind-the-scenes updating of it. But yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, props to James and the crew.
And press tab, and oh wow, they've definitely improved the scoreboard as well.
Oh my gosh, it is a treat. It is an easy day to be a caster, huh?
It is a very pleasant and easy day. Such beautiful UI updates.
Praise be to James. Everybody go into Discord right now and tell James that he did a great job. I think, you know what, you could probably even tag him and say that I told you to. He did a great job on the casting update.
Sanctioned rule breaking by NightFiree.
Oh, God. Mr. Death's gonna ban. I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist at OC5.
He's gonna actually slap you on the wrist for that. He's gonna buy something specifically for slapping you on the wrist.
Gosh, it's like going to boarding school in the 50s or something.
But now we're gonna be hopping into the second round. What's gonna be that same objective for Tank? I'm curious to see how Phoenix will approach it. SMC was faltered by losing their member at the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Phoenix is gonna go regardless if they go fast.
Okay, whew, for a second there I thought they were going in 4v5, but our scoreboard updated. Whew. You never know, those wild SMC tactical guys.
I don't know if I'm seeing things as well, but everything looks smoother as well from the casting perspective. Don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, I think he has smoothed the camera angles out. They're not so jittery now.
Oh, beautiful.
Kind of key in on Poncake here. This is a pretty, I think, made a defense risky one to push up to, but since he didn't get caught, he is going to be able to sort of take control of this north hilltop area and sort of deny entry point from Phoenix.
Yeah, it does look like he might be able to catch Officer Statham if he peeks over this hill, but looks like he might be playing this kind of eastern roof position quite passively, waiting for Squiggy, who he is going to hear rush up to the roof.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, those footsteps loud and clear. Squig didn't get down soon enough, so may even catch Statham as he rotates in behind him. No, Statham. Yes, Poncake does catch him. Squigukian now going to peek up over around the corner. Might find Poncake. Actually starts getting suppressed by another enemy. They know he's on the roof. The callouts are there. The nade comes out, but Poncake's rotated around the corner very nicely. Confirms Statham, so no callouts are going to come out there. And now he has to push Squig on the roof. Maybe he'll toss a nade of his own.
I don't believe he has a nade. I think it's just a smoke. Let me check his vest. Yeah. It is just a smoke he has, but it will be a fantastic fake out. Get Squig to just turn his head for a second. And I expect to see him rush up onto the roof and try and take him down from the chaos of the smoke right now.
Yeah, let's key in on Squig's perspective. He's got his gun turned there. He's minimizing. He is barely peeking up over that ledge. It's going to be super hard to get this pick if Poncake decides to push it.
Yeah, it'll be incredibly difficult. And there goes also Gibbs, Leroy, taken, actually no, Honeyhawk rather, taken down by Gibbs in that southern flank. Pretty nice pick on the objective. Certainly going to help out Phoenix's attack here.
Poncake's really in danger now. He can get shot right in the back from ambulance if they just decide to look over here. He needs a call out from this Squigukian rooftop position, but Squig hasn't communicated. Poncake has been spotted, just dips into cover.
Yeah, Mano quite unhappy about all those shots he just missed onto Ponecake. But you can see the smoke starting to come out, and they're starting to push up, with the exception of Gibbs, who was tagged by Mr. Beefy from the office block there. That's the third story. Not something you see often.
No, it's really not. It is a nice spot, though. He has ultimate high ground cover. He has that pillar to sort of block himself. He's very susceptible to south. That's your only sort of down point of taking that position. You can get easily picked from a far south rotation, but if he's looking for this cross and holding it here, it's the place to be.
Yeah, south end rotations are the utmost boon in that position, but one thing I'm more interested in seeing here is Cygnus's position. This is not something you see often for people defending this objective. They've abandoned the courtyard. There goes Ponecake, if it is eventually picked off by Mano. Does get the shots eventually. But look at this. Mano's on the push up.
No, Landon saw him there. Sickness pushes up hard. Mano finds Landon around the wall. Finds Sickness! Now he's in a position to cap. They have to crash on objective fast. They don't have anyone here. Landon has the callouts, the pads out, and Mal might get 2, and Phoenix could go up 3-0.
Yeah, BF can in no way rotate to the objective inside, and Malno is definitely going to cap this unless he totally screws it up. Malno is taking... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it takes so much time, but they do get the cap instead. And a 3-0 for Phoenix is a bad start for SMC Tactical.
Yeah, it is, but, I mean, a fantastic play by Mano. Holy smokes. That rotation around the outside wall to find one, and then immediately grabbing Sickness on the inside. I don't know why Sickness didn't rotate to those shots. You know, you hear those...
Yeah, that was strange.
You can identify the sound of a gun. You know, these guys know what a Marsoc gun sounds like. They know an AK-5C is getting shot to their right. He should have turned and gunned him down, but he opted not to.
Yeah, for first I thought he was rushing towards a tank so he could spin around, catch someone on the other side of the wall. But it seems like he was trying to like focus on the South Street instead, go to tank and watch over from there. So I'm not sure what Sickness's plan was to begin with. Maybe he got a little bit confused, maybe a little bit dazed from all the smokes. I'm not sure.
I'm in love with this new scoreboard.
It is gorgeous. We can just abandon it now.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to use
series.
this. Yeah, I'm going to use this between rounds. It's fantastic. You can tabbing into the score. It looks great, and then you tab back out, and you're right into the game. It's beautiful.
And you won't leave the overlay up.
I won't. That's the whole. That's the real beauty of it. James has combated the issue from the inside.
He has. All we need now is a kind of a series score, and boom, ditch the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I was sort of talking about maybe having a esports lobby option where you could actually even do pick bands. So we could see teams picking their bands, we could see teams picking the map.
That would be beautiful. I want to see that. Get to it, James. Chop, chop.
Of course, that opens up a whole new can of worms for bugged lobbies. Like a map.
Every map is banned.
But, yeah. This will be a kind of a slow OBJ. They are getting that crater spawn. I'm going to guess SMC Tactical will sort of opt to take that north approach. It is the easiest one to do instead of crossing south.
Most likely. Looks like they're doing kind of standard 3-2 split. 2 going around motel. Probably will go center while the other 3 take roof, come around west. You got the standard defense here. 1 burning, 1 watching North Street. Nothing unusual from Phoenix here. Maybe a little bit unusual with Officer Statham's position inside of the fuselage.
Sickness's awareness is so key to this SMC Tactical squad, and you know he just hasn't been around for them in all of their competitive appearances. He just hasn't been able to get over to Europe, and he's gonna be at OC5, and I think it's gonna be a real key factor for this SMC Tactical team when they perform on the stage to have their sort of leader, their core guy there.
Yeah, if nothing else, it will be an absolute huge kind of a mental boost for them, having their team captain finally there after all this time of playing without them.
I mean, it's been a battle for him, too, every time. You know, all the shout-outs always going to him. Beefy and the guys always praising Sickness and his ability to lead as a team, and he'll be there at OC5. And Beefy is slowly rotating around west.
Yeah, very slowly but surely. He does have plenty of time. But the question is, will he start to pick up the pace once he realizes that there's nobody in this office block building? Because I think that's what he's mostly cautious of. Office block and also the trench. Once those 2 are clear, I think he'll start really pushing down this west side, take down the fuselage, and bish bash bosh.
Bish bash bosh, indeed. Landon doing a little whoopsie-doo. He is not on my map, but he's alive and well.
Yeah.
I also
as well.
can't go into first-person perspective on him from the outside.
I think we can blame Landon for this. It's all his fault.
It very much is. Certainly not James. He's been doing too much good work for us.
Absolutely.
Landon, how dare you? Everybody at Landon and tell him he broke the game. It's his fault.
Bad from OC5 for causing issues for us.
This is the right approach, though. They're going to have this west road completely available. They don't have anybody covering this long lane, and the only guy that's really watching anything from the west is Statham, who's inside that broken down plane. He'll be able to hear him. He may be able to react, but he's not going to be able to deny this push.
Yeah, all he can do at this point is to give out those call-outs, but no one on Phoenix's defense is really in a good position to stop a western push, except maybe Squeaken, but he doesn't have a very good angle. They could go all the way to the two-story buildings on the west, and without him seeing them at all. So he's going to have to either reposition or just catch them as they move towards objective. That's all his chances really are to catch anyone on the west.
Yeah, I mean, you look at his position too. He missed his opportunity already. You know, these two guys are now smoking middle rubble, and they're going to be pushing up. 3 smokes coming out. Sickness looking good. A nade coming out in the middle courtyard doesn't land. Sickness getting up to that plane wing, almost getting team fired there.
What was going on there? He definitely at least called out, realizing it was friendly fire. Hopefully not going to see too much more of that, especially OC5. Not something you want when you're trying to play for 25k.
Not at all, and Ner's also going to be a factor when that starts to roll around. See how they react with that. Ponecake in a precarious position. If he moves out, Too Old could catch him. He has to be aware of that stairwell position.
Yeah, especially people from Trench also can give him some really nice and useful backup from the Trench. Maybe Landing Jordan's going to be the only one giving some pressure from over there. Oh. Malno down by Ponecake, and also Sickness getting the refrag, rather it's the other way around.
Too Old is pushing up. He knows Sickness is here. I don't think he has any utility to deal with this.
No, he already wasted his nade over towards the tank. A little bit of fire coming from Trench there, as I said.
Statham now might react to this Huni beefy push. Landon finds Too Old. Officer finds one as well. Burning building's gone. The call out on Beefy is there, so they're aware of his location. Statham still's covering this lane for Landon on the cross, and Beefy gets picked off.
Yeah, Landing Jordan needs to deal with Statham as he comes around this corner, otherwise he's going to go down. And yes, he does go down, all up to Sickness now. The Port Alone team captain of SMC Tactical.
This is such an easy pickup. Yeah, this is such an easy pick for Sickness here. He just needs to look over into that broken down plane. He hears the shots now, and he's looking, and you can't see him.
It's black on black.
Wow.
That is a very strong position. He's totally unaware of position. Look at this.
Can't believe he hasn't spotted him out yet. This is a must-win round, or SMC Tactical are going to go down an early map 4-0 nonetheless to Phoenix.
Yeah, I feel like I can be blamed for that, though. I'd made a prediction that they would take everything but the enemy team's map pick nice and easy.
Super exposed here, Sickness. No, I think because he's prone, he may be dodging. Might see the rotation around behind the rock. He does catch it out. Squigookin goes down.
He's going to have to back off there. There's no way he can continue to hold that.
No, he doesn't have the time.
See him. That's a good point, yeah. Only 20 seconds. He is utterly screwed there.
He doesn't know Statham's over here either. Rez comes out.
From the Gibbs as well.
Shot right in the back. Statham's long. You know, I'll stand corrected. That spot Statham held really paid off, but won Phoenix that round, and they take that first map 4-0.
I'm sorry. I curse SMC Tactical. Never ask me for predictions, because I will curse the team I predict to win. They will always lose after that. I'm deeply sorry, SMC.
Unbelievable. It is the curse of, I guess, Buxton's curse now.
It's been my curse for my entire casting career at this point. I'm sorry, Glover Ken, but I am going to be betting on you at OC5.
Either way, Phoenix go up on the first map in the series. I think we're going to be hopping into Downfall, looks like?
Suburbia, next map.
Oh. The burbs?
The burbs indeed.
I do love me some burbs.
It looks like this was SMC Tactical's pick, as they are on Marsalk.
I don't know why my number's way off like that on the scoreboard, but it's alright. At least you're getting the information you need. Phoenix with that first map. If you are just tuning in, you haven't missed too much. Some pretty quick rounds, I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, they've been rather cut and clean for Phoenix, taking the first round on the defense for tank, also taking the nice offense with Sickness doing the questionable moves on the tank.
I wonder...
And then you haven't seen the other.
I mean, Phoenix right there just proved... that's gonna throw a wrench. I might... the mind game right now, the mind games that I'm putting myself through are insane, but I can't even imagine what these squads are thinking right now, because, I mean, the teams are watching this, and they're seeing a 4-0 loss to Phoenix on Quarantine right there. Now SMC Tactical might be thinking, well, we have to ban Quarantine because teams are going to pick it because they know how to beat us on it because they saw us lose. I don't know, man. The mind games, they're numerous and bountiful.
They're planning to lose this match. They don't care about the season.
Oh my
they
gosh,
just want to
dude.
get
Yeah,
us. This is all fake. They're planning it all.
Don't even start to throw that little nugget into the hole. They're providing false information on purpose to throw off the other teams that are watching the footage. God, it goes so deep, Buxton.
Or maybe they are actually playing seriously, and they're only they're trying to feign the fact that they're playing false information instead. It's all the way down.
Like, gosh.
Now the question is, Suburbia is their prime map. I'm surprised Phoenix didn't ban it. They instead banned Cargo instead. So will they be able to pull it back a little bit on this map? I expect. I'm sorry again if I curse you. 4-2 for SMC Tactical, taking it on Suburbia.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is SMC Tactical's map.
Yeah, for sure.
I understand the cargo ban. Also, because that's also kind of their map.
Yeah,
but
the scary shield.
But this map is there are no slouches on. I think maybe they're doing a sub.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing I wonder if they're actually doing an intentional sub or if we're just waiting on someone that's.
Maybe they'll drag Edgar in.
I don't know. You don't really want to toss away the season, you know, just because you're going to OC5. You don't necessarily want to just give away some easy. I mean, I wouldn't say easy MMR, but don't want to give away MMR.
Yeah, especially since it will come back to haunt you in the next season. But Captain Sota's coming in, subbing in for Ponecake, not Ponecake. Who was it?
Huni?
Yes, Honey Half. That's it.
I wasn't sure if that was a game I had just been watching on tape or if that was actually what. I can't even remember literally the most recent. It's hard to keep it all straight, people.
You can't even remember last round. It's a disaster.
Anyway, we should be hopping in. I mean, I understand that Soda sub as well, because Soda is a really good close quarters LMG user, actually.
Yeah, he is lethal with that LMG, not something you want to really mess with. And this is a good objective to start off with. Center house on Suburbia with SMC Tactical on the offense. I expect to see some aggressive plays.
Not anything planned, though. Not anything out of the ordinary.
NightFiree, I believe something has changed drastically. You can fly through the windows now of center house. Oh my god, you can fly through it completely. It's not difficult. I'm sorry, this is game changing. Maybe not for the players, but for the casters, this is world shattering for us.
You don't understand the angles I can provide to you guys now. Either way, we are hopping into our first round in the second map. SMC Tactical going on the offensive. It is their map choice. They are known for being pretty skilled on Suburbia and Cargo and other close quarter encounters.
Alright guys, hey, I'm gonna
We'll see how they approach.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they'll do. I do kind of expect a harsh center push, but maybe they'll try and, you know, wrap around the center house, converge on it from all sides, including the enemy spawns, and just rail them through the windows instead, but we'll have to wait and see.
Pretty standard aggressive moves up in the center here. Pwnecake getting into a position to send down some pre-fire if he wants. Gotta be careful though, if you linger too long where Sickness and Pwnecake are, you start to see frags start getting dumped in that area.
Yeah, I don't believe they have anyone on Phoenix who is capable of currently throwing them from their position. There's a little bit of a cheeky nade from SMC Tactical. No effect, however. A little bit longer, and it could have got...
Let's zip over to Soda real quick. He might run into Malno pretty soon.
That's it. Squeaky doesn't get him first from the garden. But no, it looks like Soda's backing off there.
Yeah, and that's information for Mano. Or, is it Mano or Malno? It's Malno. Mino? I don't know.
Malno, yes.
That's information for Malno. It can't be two.
It's his alter ego.
Oh my gosh. Either way, he's going to have to deal with him. The hard peek. Soda finds one. Nicely done. Really surprised he didn't get refragged from across the way there.
Yeah, but you also got Landon and Beefy moving up lane 1 now. Landon is going to have a little bit of a tango with Officer Statham. He's literally a meter from him now. If Statham peeks out, he could potentially get 2.
Wow, it's a really nice distraction from Beefy. Landon comes up over the top. Squigookin now trying to throw a frag out to the corner, finds Beefy. Nice long-range toss.
Gonna be a nice and easy revive for him though. Squigookin re-downed by Sickness with a nice frag as well. And they're going to get the revive and start pushing the center house. There goes 2-0 taking down Soto, getting a refrag, and a team kill onto Sickness.
Oh no, now it's all up to Gibbs in a 1v3. He has the callouts from across the street, but those aren't going to do him any good with Landon, Pwnecake, and Beefy on the other side. Probably be coming in from that back entry point. Gibbs is waiting.
Yeah, Gibbs might be in a little bit of a precarious position as peeking that kind of stairwell. I think never goes wrong, never goes well rather. And Landon's prepping his nade. He's going to throw this up.
Yep, right in there, right on top. Not cooked long enough, just a hair short. They hear the footsteps though, so they know he's still there.
Yeah, it looks like Pwnecake is lining up to try and get him through the windows, and he does try. He narrowly missed his head there.
Landon takes push. Beefy's up next.
Come up to the slaughtering board of Gibbs.
Pwnecake might be able to catch a foot. No, I don't think he will. Beefy crouched in the corner waiting. And maybe if they can
breathing.
Maybe they can coordinate something. Oh my gosh, Gibbs, can he clutch it? No, he cannot. Pwnecake through the window.
That's such a strong angle through that window. It's so difficult to see or hit anyone through it. That is a nice pick for Pwnecake and thus SMC Tactical. Really nice Marsoc screen as well. We haven't seen that yet.
Ah! Looks so good.
Need to start selling those patches, Dakin, or rather Dante. Clap, get to it.
Someone pay James for his services.
I would definitely buy that patch and just stick it on my Onward fanny pack.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're going for. They are pretty rad. You can kind of see them in the background of the scoreboard of the kill feed too.
Yeah.
That team kill, not too detrimental. You know?
Luckily it didn't cause issues. I'm not sure how he managed to actually think he was an enemy to begin with, because he was a little bit into the smoke, but he should have absolutely coordinated the fact that he was behind them and going for the kind of flank on the center house, but I guess not. Maybe there was a little bit of confusion. Maybe he didn't hear from the smokes and the nades and all that.
Yeah, there
he
was
just shot him in the front.
There was one that was across from him in the corner. I think he was maybe worried about, and he didn't know if there was any additional Volk over across the street. So
possibly
better safe than sorry, I guess. Like we said, the pick didn't really ultimately matter, and yeah, SMC looking good on their map, you know.
Yeah, they did get a little bit too scary at the very end with the Pwnecake versus Gibbs kind of shoot out on the stairs, but Sickness would have helped, but At least it didn't change the outcome of the match too much.
Damn. Well, we already lost one, no?
A little reset here. Someone didn't ready up.
Yeah, seems so. Ooh, nice reset screen as well.
I mean,
it's so fancy.
He's really thought of everything, you know? He's covering all the bases.
You know what we need now? We need a special screen, a very special screen if you finish a match with finish a map or round with a knife kill. That should be a special screen. Celebrating the players' names. I want to see that. Come on, chop, James. Maybe a little bit of confetti comes down from the top of the screen. Some balloons.
It's not esports ready yet, James. Jeez, dude.
Scrap OC5. We gotta get this scoreboard in.
Unbelievable. I wonder though, we're gonna see 4-0-4-0 and then kind of a clash on that final map. I know you said 4-2, but I'm starting to lean. Maybe we'll see 4-0-4-0.
My predictions are known for being inaccurate, so it is a possibility that you are correct.
Alright, no.
My predictions, okay, I'll rephrase my curse.
I guess they are going to get the fast spawn in terms of one of the spawns you can get.
I'm interested by the fact that Mano is using a iron sight AK-5C with a flashlight. That's an interesting loadout that he's taking there.
I'm going to try and blind somebody. Gibbs pushing up. If they linger in this spot too long, it's very, very dangerous. Like I said earlier, grenades typically tend to rain into this pocket.
Yeah, and they've got 3 people grouped right on top of each other. If he'd screwed up that nade, that would have been dangerous, but that nade is going to be perfect.
Ooh.
And it takes down Captain Soto on the Porsche. That is choreographed.
Wow, really nice toss. That's a fantastic nade to be throwing at all times almost.
Yeah, looks like the second one coming out. I should flash. Blind Soda as well. What is this? This is perfect.
Soda getting fully harassed. Malno pushes up to be right on the other side. I think Soda hears this, but I'm gonna go stealth. Sickness
Possibly.
getting caught out in the open by Leroy. And man, they are really on point on attacking this corner.
Yeah, and we're starting to see some rotations from SMC Tactical as well. Bumpkin kind of dancing around first floor though, a little bit dangerous along with Beefy. And here comes the push on that right side, taking down Sota. Finally bullied into ending his life.
I'm really curious to see if that flashlight is something that plays effect. Maybe it's easier for him to blind fire because he can use it as kind of like a cone of fire. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think he turned it on when he started rushing Sota, so maybe it's used as a kind of a blinding agent.
Phoenix really innovating here. SMC Tactical down 2 members. They have their 3 remaining inside middle objective room.
You can see Statham starting to push it. He's going to go right next to Beefy, and Beefy does down him.
Here comes
Finish him
Gibbs.
off, though.
Gibbs ran out of ammo. He didn't have a full clip. He comes to peek back around. Now he finds Beefy. Punkcake has to hear those shots and the callouts here.
Yeah, Punkake's going to be ready for Gibbs Leroy, though. Assuming Statham hasn't called him out. Lost a suppressor fire coming from across the street.
2 confirmed there. Punkcake really doing a nice job to run back his team's deficit. Tool does get a res, though. Wow, such a risky res. Punkcake.
Risky spray on towards Mano as well. Punkcake misses all of his shots. Going to be ready for him or not. And he gets taken down instead to peek in the corner.
This is an absolutely insane bit of negotiating here. Inside, the flash comes out. Punkcake finds another. He is being the MVP of this defense. Squigookin now trying to toss a nade up through the window. Doesn't quite land. Punkcake can't quite see Squigookin here.
Yeah, that was a nice smoke for blocking vision on the stairs. You can see Mano starting his flashlight maneuver, but it's not going to work out.
Punkake's
on a rampage.
Squigookin now may try to peek this corner spot. I don't think he can see him through the smoke.
Yeah, his own smoke has massively backfired on him now.
I think it
He
rolled.
has a nade though, it'll be good.
Should I be coming upstairs?
That smoke roll, yeah, it did. It ended up rolling down the slope right in front of him. Pwnecake fully exposed. Quick doesn't see him as he pushes.
No, he's just slightly too low.
Pwnecake can't get Squig. Now it's all up to Landon in a 1v1.
Yeah, Squiggy does have a nade on his chest still, so he could potentially use this to down Landon, but Pwnecake has so much information to call out.
I think he might use it to confirm. No, he is going to try and toss it up. He tries to throw it to a corner. It doesn't go. Landon rotates accordingly. He needs to confirm Pwnecake. Pwncake's giving all sorts of information.
Yeah, Pwnecake needs to die if Squiggy wants to have any chance of actually successfully attacking Center House here.
Man, I mean, why isn't he confirming him? It's ridiculous. Pwncake's calling out exactly where he's looking.
Yeah, this is questionable.
He's up the stairs right now. Don't do it.
Finally, the confirmed kill. Landon tries to rotate on the confirm. Almost finds
Smartly
Squig
backing
in the
off
corner.
there, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, Squig doesn't have any more options except to charge up the stairs.
Yeah. Will he expect Landon to be in that secondary room though? I don't think he will. What Squiggy needs to do is just rush up and just spray everything. 360.
He's hearing the footsteps, so he's gathering information here. Landon's going to rotate around, find Squig at the bottom of the stairs. Nice clutch from Landon, but Pwnecake, holy cow. Take it easy, dude.
Yeah, 6-1 is a filthy score to have on Suburbia here, especially on offense and defense on round 2. But I guess Squiggy didn't expect Loud and John to be just moving about. I think he expected him to hold an angle and stay there instead of dancing about like he did there to catch him eventually, but maybe Squiggy should expect that. It is SMC Tactical, an aggressive US team we're talking about here.
Yeah. They had it, though, you know. That was entirely Phoenix's round to lose. They were in a 4v2 advantage there. Managing to get some clutch reses off in that bottom floor there, and it just couldn't pull it all together.
Yeah, especially that nade at the start. That was beautiful. That is the definition of beautiful. It rolled up directly onto the porch through the kind of banister, and it was, oh, I love good nades. You should know this.
Well, yeah, it's something you should always be highlighting. It's really a one of the things that's requires some of the highest skill in the game if you want to execute correctly, and to do it correctly, let alone consistently, is something that should always be recognized.
Yeah, absolutely. Beefy still has yet to atone for his team kill on Sickness. Yeah, he is still 1 kill down, -1. Will he be able to bring this back, kind of like claw it back desperately, or is he gonna have some issues going into this next round? Beefy, no beefing. Interesting call out from Sickness there.
It is round 3 of the second map in the series. SMC Tactical versus Phoenix. Phoenix taking that first map on Quarantine 4-0. Much to my surprise. Now SMC Tactical trying to sort of answer back, go 4-0 on Suburbia.
Yeah, that's what I would hope to see. So maybe at least one of us can be right and we're not both wrong. But we're seeing the standard 3-2 split here. 3 going towards lane 1 and 2. Other team is going towards the opposite side of the map, lanes 3 and 4.
Like
It's a
maybe
nade from
Beefy.
Beefy.
Yeah, that's going to be really good if it's where he was trying to throw it, to right on top of Mal now.
On Beefy.
He pulled the pin.
Is he trying to possibly nade the barrier where they got caught out last time? Possibly not, that nade was too long.
Oh, wow, so close. 2 nades on the Mal now. They are really aware of that corner spot. They do not want him there.
Yeah, they're very pressured by that spot. Mano might be able to kind of fake him out by going there instead, but no. He's going back to that 2-story. He's watching out the window. A little bit dangerous, though. That window is death.
Beefy's going to try and toss the smoke to distract. Gibbs is an easy kill right here. Landon recognizes that, dumps rounds through the wood. Finds himself a nice pickup. Beefy gets fragged. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was a beautiful nade thrown out the window by Mano there. That was gorgeous.
Mano rotated very nicely on this. He's in a position to catch Landon out if he decides to come for the res.
Yeah, we started to have some smoke thrown onto the tank from the playground as well. Well, we start to be seeing a push here, only 4 minute 20 into the round.
Oh.
And there goes Landon as well, picked down by Mano.
Wow, I didn't realize how much I avoided going into windows.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Looks like Sota's going to peek this corner. He's going to go straight off to Statham's line of fire if he does. Oh no, he's backing off.
Here's a 4v4. 3 stacked on the east, 1 on the west. And they have to push that garage objective. They got a bit of a... Oh, go ahead.
We're seeing surprisingly little movement. I thought maybe we'd be seeing a little bit more on towards the center. You can see people got picked there, and also maybe Sota. Shots coming towards him, Squiggy down and finished off by Captain Sota, but no. Officer Statham sprang through that wood. He's doing work.
Sickness is really susceptible to Statham here. Does dump rounds through the wood. Statham crouches, none of those hitting.
Yeah, the crouch and slowly crawl your way back is the prime tactic of anyone in that wooden fence spot.
Very nice smork, forces that rotation. Nano is also looking over here though, and if Sickness doesn't have a follow-up smoke, he's going to have a tough time dealing with that middle house position. He does. Gets punished for it. Pwnecake now going to have to clear middle house and find the 2 across the street if he wants any chance of winning.
Yeah, he's going up quite slowly though. He has still made some noise, so Maynard's going to know he's there. And also, he's likely going to be shot from the objective off the Statham. Or maybe too old.
I don't know. This corner spot, dude. Pwncake's been cluster kicked this whole time here. If he can secure this middle house, he's in a really good position to make some magic happen.
Possibly. He just has to stay low and peek this corner nice and fast. Maynard's really busy
Oh
reloading it. He will get him.
my gosh.
Unfortunate.
Catches him picking up the tablet off the ground.
Caught with his tablet down. That's an Onward slogan.
Oh my gosh. Put it on the shirts. Print it. Sell it. You're welcome.
I expect 5% royalties in every purchase and a trade. Nice double trade with Statham and Pwnecake, and Phoenix finally going to disrupt SMC Tactical's pace.
Yeah. It's taking a little bit of effort there, you know. They have scrapped for this first point on Suburbia, but they finally got it. They're on the board.
Yeah. But I do expect MC Tactical to take this. It's a nice, easy to defend objective of Garage. I expect them to take this nice and smooth. No big deal. But I've cursed them. So it will be something completely, utterly drastic and hopefully exciting.
Well, I mean, here, let's play into your predictions, actually. We have a Volk win here. Phoenix go on Volk. They get their Volk win. SMC Tactical on Volk. It's 4-2. Bam. You're right in the money.
Yeah.
You did predict SMC, right? I thought you...
I predicted 4-2 for SMC,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. You can still be right. There's still hope, Buxton. Don't just give up, all right, dude? You gotta
I'm
persevere.
always right in the long term, horribly wrong in the short term. The long term can possibly vary by years.
I'll take a little note here. Pwnecake score 8-2 right now.
8-2 with Beefy, still unrepenting his team kill. Not even 0, he's still at -1. They are going to be hopping into this next round, but no one at MC Tactical's readied up. The auto start's kicked in, but they're missing 2 people. SMC Tactical, what are you doing?
Maybe it's a bug on our end? Looks like. Nope.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Beefy hasn't... Oh, there you go. I was about to say, Beefy hadn't restarted just yet.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is just say, hey, pause the auto start.
Yeah.
And you just don't auto start the round. But either way, they should be adhering to the timer.
Yeah, that timer is the most important thing, simple as. You've got to pay attention to it at all times, especially OC5 when it'll only be 1.5 minutes compared to the 2 we have in normal lobbies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, and this is something that they're gonna have to. This is a this is could be a potential problem for them if they're not fast enough.
Again?
Holy cow!
What is going wrong with SMC Tactical here?
Aye, aye, aye.
This is strange. Everyone was readied up there, so I'm not sure what exactly went wrong for SMC Tactical there. It seems they were confused at their own restart. They were saying like, why? What is going on?
Tech difficulties, I suppose.
Yeah, at least the reset function exists.
Yeah.
It comes so far from the initial days of the casting over 2 different player streams.
How did we do that? How did we do that? No, you unreadied that last time and I didn't start it. It was
All right, well, we're getting a good in-depth explanation from these 2 yahoos over here. I don't know what they're doing.
Look at this aggressive defense from Captain Soda pushing up, taking down Gibbs with
yeah.
that PKM.
Man, he just
So
got
aggressive.
right up in there, looked straight at that angle, and found one so early. And it's just like totally shut down Phoenix. They don't even want to cross the street.
Yeah, they're too scared to even push anywhere now. They're completely locked down by the fact that they might know someone is by these bushes up in playground. And that's really sobbing. You can see they're going to be wasting a nade.
I think maybe his intention was to airburst right where you're saying, but
Maybe.
a little too far. Like we said, it's hard to throw those nades right where you want them. It's a very muscle memory, high skill cap sort of thing where you really got to practice it down to the T.
Yeah, it can take hours and hours and hours of training specific angle. Well, I don't know how to say that anymore. Specific
there you go.
angles. There you go. Specific angles and practice them again and again and again over hours just to make sure you can get them down almost all of the time, because that is so important, getting those nades and smokes down, especially smokes. If you struggle with those on certain pushes, you're going to be in a really bad way.
Kind of taking stock of where these guys are all at. The west approach, sort of the... I don't know, I feel like the west approach has sort of fallen out of favor.
Yeah, it definitely has. They're kind of just hanging back here, not really doing much, because the west, you can't go far west. It doesn't work out most times.
But I guess I'm talking more in like, you know, in general. I just feel like I haven't seen any hard west pushes from APC in a long time.
Yeah, most people have kind of stopped those after, you know, the chair position was discovered, because it can be quite hard to sit there and catch someone.
Ooh,
And
getting...
Statham picked by Punkake, peeking that. It feels like he knows when to peek that perfectly. He's done really well with his timings. He must kind of calculate where he is, those footsteps, and he does it perfectly every time.
He had to have heard him sort of maybe drop down into the hot tub. Would be my guess, and then he peeked on that, but... Yeah, he is really doing well. I think that's 9 and 2. Squigookin finds one over by APC, matter of fact. Landon's pretty vulnerable.
Landon's going to be looking for the refight, yeah.
Tries to rotate
No, it is in
out.
fact Sota from the gardens there.
Sickness is down. Wonder who tagged him. The res coming up regardless.
That was Squiggy who got
Oh,
it from
it
the
was.
ABC. Yes.
Okay. He didn't confirm him,
I'd
though.
expect to see a nade from Too Old. He's got to get a nade on towards the sickness position here. He needs to.
Do you have one? I think he has a smoke.
No, he just has a smoke. That's disappointing. I think he wasted it earlier on. Very unfortunate.
Wow, he managed to get out to this little spot. I don't think Sickness saw him move here. No, he did. The
Sickness
call-out's
called him
there.
out, yeah. A really nice pick. You can see a trade with Landon and Mano on that western side, rather. And Phoenix are going to get destroyed by SMC Tactical, as I predicted. They're going to go to 3-1. Nice and smooth for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking good on their map pick. And we're going to go into what I would say probably is one of the more capable positions. A capable spot. If you can smoke it right and get the right picks, it can end up being one where you lose lines of sight that you're not thinking about.
Yeah. Question is my prediction technically wrong if they cap it instead, and it's a 5-1, 5-2 if they lose a previous next round? Or that can't happen. My prediction will be right either way. It's fine.
I think we could be both wrong here if SMC Tactical pull off a Marsoc win. Hope we're also not getting a lobby reset. 2 dropping out here for Phoenix.
If it is at least a lobby reset, we at least have the technology for
we can
changing
rebuild.
score. I just wish we could change objective. That would be nice.
That'd be pretty cool.
Perfect fairness for rehosts.
That'd be pretty cool. But then we really start to get some people theory crafting that we're rigging, that things are being rigged and that oh,
we'd have
man.
to record every co-caster.
An actual camera time synced up.
You have to place it on your monitor, just a webcam looking at the screen, and the auto starts popping off here. They need to disable this, and they have. Good.
Guess we'll pop out to our regular old scoreboard.
Regular old boring scoreboard with the UI. It's pretty good.
No, it's good. It's a great scoreboard.
Yeah, it's good. Beefy still hasn't reduced his stain. -1 rather on the 4th round. And Pomecake, he's leading the charge, 9-2. He doesn't care. He's on a roll.
He is really doing quite well on this map right now. Feeling it, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have any replays?
No, although I have had the buffer up. I just have been forgetting to do it. That's my fault. I do apologize.
Wish you could hear my tutting over the internet.
I think they can. I think we hear it just fine, alright, dude?
I hope you do.
Trying to acquire the remaining members of Phoenix. What's your... SMC Tactical are looking good, but I'm curious if they used to be the innovator. I feel like, as in terms of teams that would play, you know, strategies that you were unexpected. You know, they had that one early Suburbia smoke play where they charged up in the middle, and I'll never forget them trying that. You know, but since I feel like in a long time I haven't seen a unique strategy maybe per se come out of SMC Tactical. Maybe
we've got to a point where teams are kind of a bit too scared to innovate too largely or too drastically due to the fact that there are important things now on the line. It's not Pro Tubes and VR covers now. We have actual money on the line, which is, though it's only a league match, who knows where this kind of thing will lead into future. Will it actually affect them quite massively? Like maybe the bracket will bite them long in the future when we have actual money championships every single year. We don't know, but there's definitely been a change in how they innovate with their tactics. People are too scared.
Also, it is important to keep in mind that this is a squad going into OC5, so they obviously probably don't want to break out anything too extreme. Phoenix, I feel like, are throwing out some great strats, some great sort of planned nades, and they're really putting up a good fight against SMC right now.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I'm surprised to see is, you know, Captain Soldier's push-up playground there. That's a good thing to start off with, getting the early pick, but is he sure he wants to give that away for OC5 on Suburbia when they play whatever team they play?
I would be willing to say that a safe bet is that Suburbia is going to be banned against SMC Tactical.
That is a good point, yeah. Maybe some team will be a bit too cocky and ban Cargo instead, and just leave SMC Tactical on their star map. But now, 2 olds come back in, and we should hopefully hop into this round as soon as possible. At difficulties, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for hanging with us here. We'll be firing up that round right now, thankfully.
Luckily, not going to be delaying too much longer, and with that capable objective, I'm curious to see if SMC will go completely balls to the wall with a hard push here. They have the ability to lose this round without too big an issue.
He's not being played. But
Well, except for the fact that if a cap happens from Mano next round, if they lose it, ooh, that wouldn't be good, and that'd be an upset.
Don't want to show any planned strats here, although it is an objective to definitely do a planned strat. Some good smokes, some heavy smokes, I think, into that courtyard could really pay dividends. I'm gonna send
So far, it seems SMC Tactical is doing the same every single round. A 3-2 split, 3 going left, 2 going right. Not much variation regarding objectives.
both nades missing there. Pwnecake trying to find one. Sickness does get too old. I mean, come on, too old. You're trying to say that's literally Sickness's spot. It's called Sickness's
we
spot.
also have Statham down by that and Jordan's nade. That was such a long nade all the way from lane 1.
This is where the cap can come in. You know, their defense is weak over here. Gibbs is the only one that's on objective. If he dies, it's done. That's an easy cap.
Yeah. As long as I can stop Maynard from rotating, this is absolutely easy cap territory. You just need to deal with Gibbs. Make sure Maynard and Squiggy can't rotate over, and boom, this is a 5-1.
Nade out towards Pwnecake, doesn't quite land. Pwnecake pushes up with it.
Like Sota might be trying to peek this corner here. There goes Landon, taken down by Squiggy on lane 1. And Sota's starting to push out, but no. Gibbs goes for the push and does take down Sota instead. Managing to take down that pusher is a huge boon for them.
All sorts of frags coming around. Mano also picking up Pwnecake as he tried to rotate into Carport. Now it's going to be Beefy as he trades with Squigukin.
Or rather, he's very much alive, and instead it's Squigukin who hits the dust.
Sickness pushing up on Gibbs. Doesn't see him in the corner. Sickness gets picked off.
Maybe expected Captain Sota to trade it with them or something, but they're going to get the revive onto Statham as well. A 3v1, this will be going to another round, possibly 2 more rounds. Poor Beefy, the only one left.
I mean, you have no faith in Beefy and a Beefy clutch here?
He's only just got off his -1. I don't have much faith.
Abe tossed out, doesn't land. Not quite far enough. This is his round to step up. He's 0-3 so far.
Yeah, if he can pull off an 0-3, I think that team kill will be well and truly avenged. And pull this off. But he has plenty of time for any kind of maneuvering he wants to do. He just needs to deal with Leroy on the Gibbs on the objective, and also Mano from center house rotating over. Statham hopefully shouldn't be too big of an issue as long as he stays out of any long lines of fire.
I think if he takes out Gibbs, Mano is going to be his main concern there. He is going to have to deal with Statham if he wants to peek around this corner.
Yeah. I think he'll expect him to still be down in that garden area, or possibly don't even realize he was there at all. But Statham is watching this corner, and never mind. Beefy does tag him instead. Statham had his gun down. His tablet was on the floor.
Mano hears the shot, starts to rotate. Beefy isn't looking over there. Gun's not up. Mano finds the shots out into that little playground area and grabs Phoenix another point.
Going well for Phoenix so far, but 4-2? I think so.
Wow.
I think it'll be a nice aggressive defense.
Buxton the Prophet.
The Prophet, that is right 20% of the time, every time. I charge a lot of money per hour. Pay our people.
Speaking of paying up, hit that Twitch Prime button and subscribe to the channel now.
All proceeds go directly towards Dakin's pockets, where he buys whips and beats us with. In all seriousness, they are handed out between the casters. I don't believe the League mods actually get anything. Do it all for free.
It's madness. They should be getting it all.
Quick, don't tell them that. I'll just pocket it.
By the way, thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate you. If you are new, hit the follow button. Also, make sure to check out VR Challenger, where the OC5 semifinals and grand finals will be hosted. That'll be, I mean, that's going to be pretty much the pinnacle of Onward.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want a little bit more information on how these kind of things play out and any kind of new news on the on the Onward esports activities, you can go to the vrmasterleague.com/Onward site or the Twitter Onward_VRML. Stay updated.
Also, a little shout out to VR Espawn if they're listening in. They do some coverage of Onward and pretty much all the esports. I think they'll be watching the rounds at OC5, so get some good coverage from the event. Now we have probably stopped the countdown timer, I would think.
Yeah, they have stopped the auto start. I'm kind of hassling them, asking them what's going on.
SMC Tactical really taking their sweet time.
It's actually Phoenix holding the people up here.
Really?
Yeah, Gibbs has yet to ready up.
Maybe you had to take a little...
I've said underlay in chat a few times. Hopefully they get the memo and start to speed up their inter-round gameplay, inter-round discussions. But what are your predictions for OC5? Who do you think is going to actually come out on top? I have a feeling we have the exact same prediction, but what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I have to say I'm leaning towards, well, hold on, I'm having a bug right now.
Oh, dear.
Boy. Salt. Everything's fine.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to lean towards Globochem, but the scenario that I've kind of laid out is that Globochem goes up against... Essentially, I think they'd have to go up against SMC Tactical in a semis round, and lose. It would be a crazy upset to watch, and it would be fun to see Globochem just not even be in the finals. I think that'd be nuts.
That would be totally and utterly insane. If Globochem gets kicked out of finals, I have no words. None. That would be such a huge upset. There'd be people crying in the Discord. That would be huge. Globochem dethroned. People will be watching that VOD over for years to come.
They really are sort of they're the
pinnacle.
Yeah, they're the top team in Onward. They always had been. They've never lost a tournament, as far as I understand.
They lost season.
Oh no, they
3,
did. You're right. Season 3.
4. Then they came back for.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
no. Lost season 3 and 4. Came back for that 5.
That's right. We did have different champions, so they are beatable. But I think you got to factor in all the other sort of variables with beginners having some of their players that they're not going to be bringing in. Same thing with
Boss fight.
Boss fight, yeah. You know, if you don't have your core, but I mean, I don't know. You look at SMC Tactical; they won an ESL earlier this month without sickness.
Yeah, they seem to play incredibly well without sickness, even in the first Lesson Invitational against the likes of Globochem and Mob Squad. They still did incredibly well.
We are finally hopping into what could be the final round if SMC Tactical can grab it. It is the 6th round of the second map in this series.
Indeed it is, and at least some early smokes. What are they even doing? They're throwing them at their own feet. Ooh. And there goes Sota, already tagged by 2. That's a nice pick.
Yeah, he was ready and waiting for that Sota push up into that little playground area. Caught him as he tried to get aggressive.
What is this position from Landon? This is so aggressive. He's totally in the open.
I think he's using that smoke. I think it's a similar position that Sota managed to catch a pick. A nice nade comes out, almost catches Mal. No, Officer Statham downs Officer Statham.
I think he might be go to stuff his own nade. But look at this carnage. So many nades, so much fire. Flash gets Gibbs, Leroy, and he's mine. 2-all gets tried, pushes up, gets taken down. And a team kill from Sickness.
2-old kills 2-old again.
With his own grenade, he dropped at his feet when he went down. This is a nightmare round. Look at all this fire, all these nades, all these team kills. This is a disaster for all teams involved.
Oh, yeah. Statham and Ponecake in a face-off on the bottom floor. Ponecake finds one. He comes out, looks for another. Can't find Malno.
He's going 10-3 now. He's on a rampage still, picking up 1 kill this round.
Malno.
Gonna get more. There goes Mano, taken out by Beefy.
Wow, and it's been some hot action here.
This has been good. It could still potentially go either way. 3v2 against Phoenix. They know where Gibbs is. They might try and nade him. Put a little fire down. There he goes, taken down.
Not looking good here. Squigukin might be able to catch Sickness out. He's pretty exposed. Beefy on the rotation. Does spot Squig. Catches him out. SMC Tactical grab themselves a map, and they tie the series 1-1.
Looks like our predictions are coming true with a 4-2. I'm not entirely cursed.
Not entirely. But
mostly.
You have Ponecake to thank for making your predictions come true. 10-3 that round.
Absolutely. That is menacing.
The monster.
I wonder what the highest score in the league is. We need some kind of bookmark of this. What is the highest kills to death ratio in a league match? I expect it might be held by a certain Pants.
That or Arsenic could have it. Funny enough that we mentioned 2 guys that are on Globochem, though.
I think that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Best players in the world on the same team that is the best in the world. But I wonder what the next map might be. This would be Phoenix's pick.
I'm thinking... Oh, on Cargo Band, we're going to go into Bazaar here, obviously, right?
Yeah, I would expect so as well. So maybe they'll just throw a curveball and we'll go to Tank or something like that. You never know. Because like we've said in previous casts, they might not really care about this season too much, like we see with Boss Fight, who are just throwing out challenges left and right to top tier teams, losing to them, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to OC5. They don't care how badly they play this season. They still have next season to make up for it. It doesn't change the fact that they're a top team.
Yeah, I do want to say we're trying to get some cool stuff in the works that'll kind of be that'll cap off this season 6 though. So I think it's still well worth everybody's time and investment to perform well in season 6. I know come December when I think it's scheduled to end. I don't know. It's going to be exciting to see who's at the top then.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it is November, late November when the season ends, and early December when we actually have championships.
Okay.
But interesting to see what they are, though. Will they be the same, or are they going to be kind of different from all this kind of ESL involvement, all of the things we've learned over the time?
Either way, we're definitely getting spoiled because of it.
Yeah. But going to Bazaar, as you said,
Yeah.
your predictions are correct.
We're on fire right now. You know?
We're on a roll. Yeah, this was Phoenix's pick for a map.
But I feel like Bazaar is a pretty neutral map for pretty much any team. It has close quarters, it has long range. It plays into sort of both styles of fast and slow play methodology, so it's a bit more of a diverse map, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone, I'm not sure who it was, but they posted statistics of win rates depending on the side on maps. I really want to see that. I'm not sure who posted it, but it was really good. They had like I believe it was Suburbia had really high wins on Marsoc. Volk and Marsoc were very balanced on Bazaar. Quarantine was Volk favoured slightly, but not too much. It was really interesting. We need more of that. I'll do it myself.
Should be into this round shortly. This is the series decider. The first map on Quarantine, 4-0 to Phoenix. Second map on Suburbia, 4-2 to SMC Tactical. Now we are here on to Bazaar. Our first objective is Kayat.
Kayat, or the very long-winded EU version of Center 2-story.
Center
a dangerous
north,
objective to start off
center
with.
middle north,
Yeah,
center middle north 2-story.
Yeah, that's basically it. Center, middle, north, 2-story. It gets even more complicated when you like talk about center, east, middle, north, 2-story, second floor, east. That's common for me. It's really unpleasant.
Unbelievable.
We need those old G-Men call-outs that were made like 2 years ago.
No. Those are top secret, classified information. Man.
They were posted publicly.
No. Classified, top secret info.
They've been redacted.
Phoenix have kind of been the offenders on the slow side, I feel like, so far.
In fact, I have a few words for them. Hold on.
Oh. Hey, what's up here?
I've set my choice words. He's ready up. He knows.
You listen.
Ah. The second I said it, he immediately readied up. He knows what's coming for him if he doesn't.
Pain train, baby.
The pain train of awful predictions and curses.
Buxton will curse you if you don't do what he says.
I've already cursed myself. I can transfer it to you as well.
They are sticking with their same roster too, not subbing out Soda.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on with Honeyhop. Maybe he had to go early. Maybe there was some kind of technical issue, or maybe Captain Soda just is preferred by the team.
Well, he did end up getting them, helping them in getting their W. We also see, well, so the flashlight came out on Phoenix first, right?
Yes, it did.
Well, now Beefy's trying to use it.
Going on there. Beefy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Maybe this is kind of some kind of extremely complicated tactic we don't know of.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it's just something he has the extra point. I do occasionally have loadouts where I have an extra point. I just bang it on whatever.
Yeah, that is
Occasionally,
true.
that is a flashlight.
I usually dump it into
So
a secondary, though. Get a better secondary.
Maybe. It is fun to kind of just turn on the flashlight at the end of the round and throw it all over. Gibson might tag Sickness here. Oh, he just misses him. He goes around the corner there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Might have seen him, actually. He's kind of trained on the corner.
I think you may have heard Sickness's comms, too.
Possibly.
Homecake trying to cast Malno as he crosses the street.
Sickness is in a really good position to defend here. As long as, actually, Gib Lowray, he's been spotted by Sickness.
Yeah.
He has some kind of insane angle.
Oh,
He just called him out.
Gibbs has called out Sickness, though.
And it's mutual calling. Interesting to see that the guys on the east, though, they're hanging back. Phoenix not really doing much on that side, despite the fact that it's totally undefended.
They do have one looking over there. Who is that?
That would be Captain Social with his deadly LMG. He's watching over the blue room, though. He's not going to see them crossing up.
Oh, he decides not to peek out that window. Maybe he'll find the tail end of this cross. Nope, rotates around at the last second and misses it.
And Gibbs is starting to make a little bit of maneuvering over towards the center market now. It's potentially possible that he could catch landing Jordan from the long range, but it'd be a hell of a long shot. It'd be hard to see him.
Malno's smoked out Cygnus. I think he's looking for that pick on the Pwnecake. But Pwnecake's rotated out of that spot now.
It's possible. A little bit of suppression fire coming on the east end. Beefy and Gibbs, they're right next to each other. He's going to come up into trade. Equal trade, both reservoir, but it's going to be an advantage for SMC. Also, Squee taking down Pwnecake.
And that backside rotation tried to come through. Landon confirms one, gets the res off. Soda going to be looking for Spagukin on the cross, finds him. Statham's managed to get him inside objective building. Drops the pad, not sure what he's looking for there. No, they don't. Landon might be able to find him on this back end. He's rotating around. He sees him. Shoots him in the back. That's another down. SMC tactical up 4-2.
Unfortunate though. Tool is still in a relatively good position along with his compadre Maynard on that western flank. They do have potential for a pincer push here, but it'd be very hard against 4 members of like the third best team in the world.
Yeah, Mano would definitely need a pick or two out here in this mini courtyard, and that is no easy feat. There's 2.5 minutes left to make something happen, though. I'm not sure what he's going to opt for. Sees Sickness, shots out, Sickness drops down. Thought he had the kill confirmed, and Sickness springing back up. Catches Mano with his gun down. Catches him with his tablet down?
Yeah, he catches him with his tablet down. That's the official catchphrase now. Anytime someone gets kind of distracted and ruined because of it, it's caught with his tablet down.
All up to Too Old in these stairs. He's going to try and thread a nade. Beefy hears it. That nade doesn't go through.
Look at that. That was so close. You can see the trail on the wall. At 2 centimeters further down, it would have been in.
Almost gets his second one there. Not quite, though.
And Smiley, he's going to rotate off there, go further south. Though it is a little bit more dangerous with the long range and also possibility of getting caught from the west courtyard. Still better than trying those stairs. It's suicide, those stairs, most times.
Yeah, he's got to be looking over in Sickness's direction here if he wants to get safely out into the courtyard. Oh, might have seen Sickness move there. Does draw his attention.
Did a little bit of a squat there, but he's definitely aware of Sickness in the west.
Only 1:15 left. It's going to be pretty tough for Tool to pull something out here.
Yeah, hopefully he does realize how much time is remaining. But I think we can... I don't want to say it in case I curse him, but I think this is a relatively confirmed round for SMC Tactical to win.
Yeah, the way that Toold's going, very risky. All these window sills you can get shot through. Beefy might have an angle here as he peeks out. Almost gets picked. Toold's running out of options. 45 seconds left.
Yeah, it looks like he might be going towards the North Street. Just try and push through there as a last ditch. But Landon, he's going to be waiting for him around the corner. Fails to spray, and Landon pops out after he runs out of ammo and takes him down.
I mean,
nice and smooth for SMC.
Yeah, that was a really good recognition from Landon on what he was trying to do there. And I mean, it was perfectly played. As soon as he popped out, Landon popped into that little divot. Then he came out and got that peeker's advantage. Gets himself and his squad a nice early lead on this deciding map.
Very, very smooth for them. Will this be a, what was it, a 4-3 as you predicted?
Is that what I said?
I think you did say it was going to be like a 4-3, or maybe it was something else. But I think you did say it was going to be like a close for the last one.
That's true, I did. I did say it was going to be anyone's game. I don't know. We'll see how that, this will be kind of a first telling tale here. Let's see what SMC Tactical decide to pull out on this objective. It's not an easy one to cap, you know. It requires a little strategy, some good movements, an early pick or two. Can't really finesse your way in there either. Once you're on objective, it's chaos no matter what.
Yeah. It's incredibly difficult to remain composed when you're on that objective in any kind of circumstance, either Volk or Mars or cap or no cap. You've always got that kind of nagging in the back of your head of, someone's about to rush me right now.
Yeah.
It's rough, man.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, a little shout out to James and who else is over there? That other guy, right? That one other dev that we know about.
Patrick.
Is that his name? Is that who he is?
Dante.
Is that that guy?
Yeah. Patrick and Indian are the other two developers with, of course, Dante at the lead.
Shout out to those guys. They're doing a really great job prepping this for OC5.
Yeah, they did good work. All of them. And also all of the testers. They did a lot of testing. A lot.
Yeah. Here we go. into round 2 of map number 3 of this series, the deciding match. Deciding map, rather. Too Old getting really aggressive.
Yeah, looks like he'll take that kind of fountain position. Pretty common, but he did go about that quite riskily, just running straight across from the west.
Holy cow, he could have easily gotten shot from the long-range position there. Goes with
Especially if it was a southeast spawn. They could look through the window and just railed him.
I mean,
Look at that long-range angle from Sickness there. Suppressing quite effectively.
yeah, I mean, we've talked about that ramp being underutilized. It's actually a really nice little spot to get up there and try and catch somebody out defending that alleyway. Meanwhile, this west approach...
This is aggressive from Squiggy, look at it. Eastern flank push is very aggressive.
Where does he even put... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he crossed street. I think Sickness will be looking in this general area, though. It's not terribly uncommon to find somebody here. You can see he is wary.
Not terribly uncommon. But will they expect the aggression from Phoenix? So I haven't seen too many aggressive plays from them in this entire match. So will they expect it kind of out of the blue? But it looks like they're just ignoring him. They're not going around this eastern flank. They're going straight through towards scaffolding area.
Dude,
Maybe Sickness will come out.
That is so insane to put somebody over there on that objective. That's how you lose. They said no caps at the start, but you put someone there and you lose your guys on defense. There's no way you're defending.
I didn't speak.
Yeah, especially since there's 3 members of SMC Tactical in the west courtyard just posed for attack. They're ready.
Statham,
they are going to start going in.
That stairwell spot really proven to be pretty effective. To get there is risky, but once he's there, it's easy to defend. This whole little mini courtyard area, and Beefy finds Squig on the east. So that threat's gone.
That aggressive position didn't pay off.
No. Honestly, though, it's probably for the best for Phoenix's defense to not have him alive there.
Yeah, definitely. Statham and Captain Soda, they're right next to each other. Captain Soda has to know he's there and go just kind of rush the corner and pre-fire up there. He needs to.
I think he's worried about peeking that. Statham does come around the crouch. Finds Soda. Landon, I think, got flashed by a nice flash from Leroy. And now it's really up to that east approach to sort of draw some attention. Statham might be able to peek up and find Landon here.
One more west side.
Possible. The eastern push is also starting to come together now. A little bit of an aggressive push from Too Old in the south market now could potentially tag both Beefy and Sickness if they start peeking out.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
got the nade ready.
have the line of sight he needs. It's a good nade, a little too far. Nope, not. Man, that was at the edge.
Airburst.
That was at the edge of that nade.
There's no way you can do it any further than that. That was airburst as well. That is the limits. No more.
Little smoke out. Oh, the res. That's a wasted smoke. And then the pick on Landon on the mini courtyard. This is looking like Phoenix's round. They're up 4-2. Sickness is known for being
4-1
sneaky,
rather.
though. Yeah, sorry.
Does have time as well, though. The LMG, a bit less than covert for him.
True. See what he pulls out of his hat here. They don't really have a very tight eye on objective. He can somehow slip between the cracks of this Phoenix defense.
Comes in from back right on the northern
I
side.
mean,
He'll
yeah,
be
right now he's
nice and in.
He's making the right moves. If he just keeps going silent here, it doesn't get Too Old's attention. Vulnerable to that little crack peek, but I don't think Too Old's going to take that.
No, I can't imagine now. Unless he's going to suddenly start kind of rushing the eastern courtyard, he'd have to know he's actually in this courtyard for him to peek that crack. But Sickness's main threat here is definitely going to be both Mano and also Statham on the center and also west side. But also, Too Old will be an issue if he ever shoots once.
Mano with that
They'll get this
I think that Mano rotation was really key. I saw him on a mini-map moving over to pick up this position. This is where Too Old should have been. This was his spot, so they fill that hole in their D, and now I don't think Sickness has really too great of an entry point.
Yeah. Tord is going for the kind of flank now, coming in the blue room. Looks like Sickness hurt.
Oh.
Sickness unfortunately drops at the 45 seconds. Not much we can do there, but
Yeah.
still unfortunate.
Realistically, I'm not sure he was going to take that.
Yeah. That would have been a lost round either way, unless he was like pulling off some insane moves with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he just didn't want his score to be known. He wanted to reset his KD.
Maybe.
Couldn't take the shame of having another death on his KD. We just quit the game instead.
He could have just taken off his helmet. He's resorting to drastic measures here. Suicide instead of just setting his helmet.
But yeah, we're on track, I guess, for a tight, potentially 4-3 finale here.
Absolutely. Who do you think he'll go to in the end, though? I'm leaning towards, I'm leaning towards Phoenix for this last map. Like, I'm kind of feeling
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. They're playing really well. I mean, Statham's really performing well. He's getting good angles so far. But, ay. A close series either way, you know.
And apparently, James and Patrick have the stream running in their hotel
That's
room.
what I said that 6 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
Unbelievable.
My memory's not so good, and we're getting a rehost, I think.
What it looks like. Pop you over to our far less beautiful scoreboard. Still great. Still great. Still love it.
Seeing Fashion did a good job, but Jeans and crew, they're also good.
What was the score there?
Question is, can we find the lobby?
1-1.
The score was 1-1. Yeah.
That is the question indeed. Bear with us as we deal with tech difficulties.
It looks like Cygnus had some, maybe some connection issues coming into the match. That's what I'd imagine, at least. I believe a new lobby's up, but I do not remember the password.
You're worthless, you know?
I'm sorry, I'm a worthless co-caster.
I need to whisper you in the Discord. There we go.
There we go. Oh man, nice. Very coordinated, but we're doing good. Nice and oiled.
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine with a slightly dysfunctional memory.
I think maybe we used peanut butter instead of oil.
It's very, very sticky.
It's really not our fault, though. You know?
Yeah. I think we can blame Landon, as we said earlier on in the match. Just blame him.
I'm really just waiting for my co-caster to do everything he's supposed to do.
I'm sorry. I'll save it again.
And update the scores. You're worthless.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm worthless.
Okay, everybody. Now I can finally show you the redone lobby. Score is 1-1.
Still can't get over how nice the UI is. Look at that.
It is really great. It is really great. Bet ESL will probably be using their own things.
Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. You never know.
That's true.
But there's going to be a West Coil objective this time. A little bit unfortunate for Phoenix, because it was a... Actually, what did they have last time? I didn't check. We had the center.
Kaya. Center 2-story, middle bazaar, north.
not sure what it was. I can't remember.
Oh, we've only
They lost.
that's the
They
only objective
cycled
we
it
had.
because they played it both. But what was it going to be if there wasn't a rehost? That's the
Oh
question. Don't remember. But I suppose it doesn't matter.
no, it really does.
This one's west.
I think everybody's ready. Maybe they're waiting on us to be courteous.
Maybe.
I'll tell them to stop that.
It's gotta one after another pump these rounds out, get the cast nice and over with. We're not paid by the hour, people.
Yeah, jeez. Head over to some bizarre radio.
Very relaxing, isn't it? Bizarre radio.
Yeah. This is my jam. Oh.
Well, looks
Oh!
like Phoenix is nice and ready for this.
Sorry,
What?
little guitar came in.
You were pleasantly surprised by the
Yeah, a
little guitar.
little mandolin maybe. Not sure what it was. Whatever you want, you know.
The upper north west courtyard 2-story guitar.
Bonecake getting pretty aggressive on that Volk defense, pushing up into this position.
Yeah, that is pretty aggressive. But looking at Phoenix's 2-old officer state and moving across the south, I have a feeling that they're going to be the main force for Phoenix. The others are kind of pretty spread out, hanging back, seemingly waiting for them to get into position.
It is true.
Yard by West Street, shouldn't be long.
Pretty standard pinch, though. You know, they have these two over here in this little mini bazaar area waiting for this push, this cross. Tool getting just bold and pushing out there. I'm surprised no shots coming out on either one of these guys.
He's in
Sickness.
such a good position. He is going to attack Statham there.
I'm down behind the wooden pallets.
Tool got
He's in
really
a naughty
lucky
position.
that he crossed there.
Yeah. Behind the crates in the west blue room there is so powerful. You have really nice cover, you've got really nice concealment. There is no way you can spot someone in there without just straight up pre-firing it. But still, these guys in the east are really hanging back. They're not doing much. What are you thinking about this?
They're nervous to push up because of, I don't know, they don't know Ponecake's here. So they shouldn't be too wary of anyone defending in this middle bazaar area. And frankly, usually like someone in Malno's position will be pushed up a lot earlier on this middle street. A lot farther, rather. You should be up by these cement bags pretty easily. I mean, yeah, I'm interested why they're worried about what they're worried about, but maybe they should be a little bit more worried. Mr. Beefy finding one in the north.
I have news from James, from a private message directed towards you.
Oh boy.
You'd like me to read it?
Is it acceptable?
Zoom, baby, zoom. That's what he says.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I did good. Last week I was great with the zoom. This week I've been forgetting about it.
Absolutely. But 2-old is eventually picked in that west, and now it's 2 down people in the west, completely unable to be revived unless somebody peels back. But it's a bit late for that. There's only 2 people left on Phoenix that are actually alive.
Captain Soda picking up. Gibbs spots the gun. It's almost kind of something that I don't think Onward players practice enough. You see some guys do it, but moving around corners gun down so that you're not exposed, you know?
Yeah, muzzler wireless is definitely a big thing in Onward, because if your gun comes around the corner first, you're going to be in a bad way.
You got a revive for a revive. Gibbs' target got picked up. And that other one over on that left side got picked up. Kind of dip over there and see what those guys are doing.
You want to get him up?
Amazingly though, look at this. Gibbs is already inside of the defense of SMC Tactical. He's gone past Ponecake and he's about to go past Beefy.
No, Ponecake hears the footsteps, peeks up over. I get caught in some sort of nether realm.
That's where everyone that dies on Master goes, and also Mano taking down as he tried to cross over the street.
Well, I found my way out of that secret dungeon of terror. I'm here to bring you the rest of the action.
Wow, this is not looking good for Phoenix. Look at this. 1v5. Even with those revives, it didn't work out for them. Too old, he can't pull this off. I'm sorry, Too Old, I don't have much faith in you.
You know, he's been caught in these scenarios multiple times, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to always be the last one alive in a scenario where 5 of the teammates or 5 of the enemy are still up. Maybe he's not. I mean, it's interesting because he was with his team, just fortunate enough not to get picked on that attempted push. Now he's throwing out sort of a distractory smoke. I think Cygnus might catch him here.
Yeah, Cygnus is in kind of the perfect position for a... It's a perfect position for if you can get across the street safely. You have such good vision on the west, good vision on the west street, good vision on center street. It's a perfect position assuming you can get there and you have friendlies watching your sides. You can't cover all angles, and here he goes. Too Old's going to get caught. Crossing over, and yes, he does.
SMC Tactical taking their Volk defensive point. Oh, even though it said... Oh, that's interesting, because it switched... James! It says Marsoc one, it's wrong.
Yeah, we can blame James for that very safely. Hear that, James? That's all of your fault.
Unbelievable. Everybody at James in the Discord, tell him this new UI sucks. It's full of bugs.
Blame them all. It's all his fault. Well, I wonder what is going on with Cygnus's connection today. Maybe we're having some internet issues, because he's dropped yet again.
The tech difficulties are numerous, to say the least, so far in this series. But we have been charging through. We're coming in on what will be a 2-hour series. All things considered, not too bad.
Yeah, 2-hour series. It feels like it's been a long time since we had like a 2-hour-long match, because they've been so rare ever since the 2-minute timer was implemented. Oh god, the horrors of 2.5-hour-long matches, though. Oh, I never want to see those again. Really glad the 2-minute rule exists, because previously, 2.5 hours of casting with half of it being filler, that was rough. It was rough to play as well.
James said hold middle mouse to pan. Does that work for you?
Yeah, you can hold middle mouse, press W, and it'll just keep going if you don't hold it down.
That's fake news.
You don't believe it?
Oh, it doesn't work for me.
No, it doesn't. So just hold W, press and hold middle mouse button.
I am.
May have some more difficulties than just technical ones.
No, it's James's fault.
We can blame him again. It's a developer fault. It's not yours.
Unbelievable. He's telling me to try. I mean, this guy.
At least Cygnus is back in, so hopefully not going to take too long getting into this 4th round.
I still think he's just embarrassed of his KD, so he keeps quitting and rejoining so he can reset his KD.
Does sound like something Cygnus would do. No offense. Actually, I might start doing it as well. That's a good idea. I can have perfect scores every single match. It can really boost my Onward leaderboard skills.
At the end of every game, Buxton's KD is like 6-0.
Only kills carried over, taking off your helmet.
Goodness. See what SMC Tactical do on this spawn. I think it's kind of a...
Judging by that initial split, I have a feeling they're doing the exact same thing as Phoenix did, though a lot more aggressive, which is definitely the good move. Doing the 3-2 split, though, sending one more towards west.
I think what they're doing is the good move, where they can maybe push up to that room and then cross the street from there. Really get aggressive, and you can see these guys not taking their time in this middle bazaar area. Ponecake's pushed up so fast and aggressive into this pawn shop area.
Yeah, this is how a offense on Marsoc should be played for the West Coil objective. There is no reason why you should be hanging back on the east courtyard when you've got 3 minutes remaining. It's unnecessary. It is a total waste of time. So when you see stuff like this coming out of SMC Tactical, you know some people they've got it down. They know what they're doing.
Interesting smoke from Pwnecake up and over. Pretty good.
That's a hell of a nade to do, yeah.
That actually opens up your exit from that room perfectly.
Maybe something people will be practicing after watching the cast over. Maybe we'll see it in Ocean 5.
Oh!
Oh, the team kill onto Landon. That is not what you want to see. And he's going to just steal things from him as well.
I don't know how you even think that that's an enemy.
I don't know either, but Captain Soto also got picked on that western flank. It was Officer Statham who managed to take him down.
Not looking good for SMC. They're down 2 members, and Gibbs spotting Pwnecake now. They know he's in this mini courtyard. The smoke grenade bouncing off the grating, and another. He smoked it once, he's smoking it again. See what he does with it this time.
If he realized where that smoke went initially, maybe he would have capitalized it on it a little bit better instead of going by the stairs and team killing Landon Jordan. Maybe he would have gone into West Courtyard a little bit more.
My God, I think Beefy almost also sending some rounds over.
He's gonna have another stain on his honor.
Yeah. He's not new, or he's not, yeah, new to team killing. He's no.
I think everyone in Onward is well experienced in the art of team killing.
That's true.
Some more than others.
Doesn't look like Sickness has his front hand clipped onto his gun here. I wonder if that could end up being an issue if he tries to take some shots.
Like he does to me, so
Okay.
hope so at least.
Yeah.
It looks pretty solid,
Okay.
so I think so, but you never know.
His hand is there. Ooh, Pwnecake finds one. That kind of opens up Sickness to get confident and move around that corner.
Yeah, that was a nice pick on Gibbs, right by the objective behind the pallets. It's surprisingly an easy position to deal with, though. If you don't completely spray through the woods, you can definitely cause some issues. What if they hide behind that wooden pallets all the time, never making any sounds? Smoke's coming in as well. See that one tap? Straight onto Officer Statham's head. Very beautiful from Beefy.
Man, Beefy's making some good picks. Squigookin crosses over to Red Truck. Sickness still hasn't spotted Two Wool, just tucked himself into that corner waiting for the cross on the street. Smokes are out, they need to move. Beefy and Pwnecake need to get themselves going.
Yeah. Squiggy is in a really good position to stop any kind of semblance of a push from Sickness here, and maybe
Well,
also Beefy as well, assuming he doesn't get refragged.
All Pwnecake needs to do is peek through that window. Maybe he'll find Squig here if he goes around this corner. Nope, doesn't see Squig at red. Finds Malno
Think I got
instead.
one?
Jeez, Pwnecake threading the needle with that shot.
Another one in West Courtyard or North.
Yeah, it was a hell of a tight shot, but this defense is perfect for where the 2 main members of SMC Tactical are. Never mind.
Gosh,
Managed to tag him underneath the truck. Look at that.
Beefy with some really good shots this round, putting SMC into the favorable position. Too Old is right where he needs to be, though.
Yeah, assuming someone doesn't come from the far west, which is a good assumption at this point, considering there's 2 people left and he can hear both of them. But what is this aggressive push?
Wants to find Pwnecake now. Beefy doesn't react onto that.
But Pwnecake is still alive, though. He's going to be calling that out, and Too Old. This is so aggressive. This is absolute madness.
Yeah, Beefy's concerned about the push. He hears Too Old's footsteps.
Maybe he left Pwnecake alive intentionally trying to bait out a revive, but Too Old, he's been so risky with that flash as well. Or is that a nade? In fact, it might tag Beefy.
Oh
Yes, it
my
does, and he doesn't get
gosh.
away in time and downs Beefy. That is beautiful.
Wow, Beefy had it. The shot's just barely missing through the window, and Too Old clutches the round for his squad. Ties it up 2-2.
Unbelievable. SMC Tactical should have had that round to their right, but instead the aggressive plays from Too Old there, that was amazing. those pushes were perfect.
Was in the bag, so to speak, but yeah, I was also doubting the aggression. I didn't think that that kind of push was what you need right there, but to catch those guys out like that, it's a really nice and really skilled move, because he recognized the footsteps. He heard the footsteps going in that direction towards north, and as soon as he heard those at a bit of a distance almost, that's when he got up and started to make his move, so that his footsteps wouldn't be heard and he could get the shot in the back.
Yeah, it's the kind of decision making that you can't really train. It just takes an insane amount of time of continuously trying again and again of what things work, how the timing workouts for kind of moving on this kind of push. It takes so much experience and kind of innate game knowledge for him to actually pull off properly, and lo and behold, yes he did.
If Beefy had just been in that spot he had been holding for pretty much the most of that round, he would have caught that rotation out, but the unfortunate reality is he did not.
Fortunately, but hopefully hopping into this round shortly, everyone's readied up. For some reason they cancelled the auto start timer.
They don't really care about us, Buxton. They just like to take their time. They're very selfish.
They are very selfish. But we can blame them after the fact for all of the ills of this match.
Indubitably, we can. We are going to actually get another objective again. I thought they had fixed this bug, James. Oh, wait, no, it's a new lobby.
No,
JK, just JK.
You can't blame him.
We can blame him, okay? We can blame James for anything we want, okay? This is a new lobby. It's not your fault, James, but I'm still going to blame you that we have Kai out objective again. Everybody at James in the Discord, tell him.
We can blame him
his
in our
fault.
heart, but we can't blame him publicly.
Well, you can't, maybe.
You're going to do it anyway, you don't care. This is quite an aggressive defense from SMC Tactical here. Cygnus in a pretty good position, along with also Ponecake in the northwest. Ponecake might be going for a big flank here.
Yeah, Malno. I think they're ready for that, though. Ponecake was over there in the north last time, sort of waiting for them to cross the street, and Malno's looking for it over here. Oh! Almost gets caught out, though.
Oh, it's a fucking guy in what's that corner? Northwest.
You know, has certainly called him out, and there goes Captain Sosa, taken out by 2-0 with that AUG. Very nice shots on that center building. Taking down one of the objective guys is a big boon, only a minute in.
Yes, it is indeed. The push coming up. Sickness taking a sweet time to pick off Malno, then he charges in right underneath Leroy. I wonder if Leroy's aware. He might have thought that was a friendly.
West Market. There's a guy in the northwest corner as well.
Possibly, I didn't hear Gibbs call out that it was an enemy underneath him. So he might not have heard him. Maybe the smoke masked his footsteps or something along those lines, because he doesn't seem particularly concerned about what's below him.
I think Sickness got in there under the sound of gunfire.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Leroy is not moving slow enough. He might jump right on top of Sickness's head here.
Terrifying to see.
Sickness now realizes he's up on the second story. Here's the footsteps. Two Wolves looking for some picks into that center area. Center Bazaar. Center Bazaar 2-story. Magoo can find something. Sickness hearing the rotation from Leroy is going to miss this.
Yeah, he's holding his breath and the oxygen isn't getting to his brain. He's not making the decision to actually go and chase down Gibbs with a nice flank, because he still doesn't realize he's there.
Beefy's trying to deal with these hooligans out in the center Bazaar area, sending shots through all the wood. Sickness finally rotating around, picks up Gibbs, denying that entry point, turns it into a 3v3.
Yeah, and we're still seeing what we said earlier, or at least I did. We got 2 members, Officer Statham and Tilt, hanging back in the southwest, abandoning 2 members to die in the west courtyard. Not sure what's going on here, leaving 1 back to overwatch the objective. I can understand that pretty well, it happens a lot, but 2 people? A lot more questionable.
Tool might be able to find another pick here if he keeps checking this middle area.
I'm gonna bug out and reposition towards Squid.
but it is at least nice and even, a 3-3 with 3 minutes remaining. It's the power of 3 right there. It could still go either way.
We'll be the power of 2s pretty soon.
Yeah, we're slowly approaching that, very, very slowly. Second by second, you could say.
Statham.
There you go.
Man, another pick. These guys rotating around on that objective floor. It's just terribly risky to be over there. You're ultra exposed.
Yeah, I hope to see Squeaken and also 2-0 begin to capitalize on these picks. Try and catch anyone rotating from the west or the east, but so far it looks like they're just kind of focusing on the objective, not really keeping their eyes open for any rotations. They're just pushing straight for it, eyes locked, which is possibly a mistake. But we'll have to see. They do have the numbers advantage.
Beefy might be trying to rotate here. Could get caught out if he decides to go in towards objective. He realized that him and his other teammate were the only 2 left alive, and so he's trying to get a little bit closer. I mean, they just have such good eyesight. He gets up in that second story. He's nice and safe up there now.
Yeah, I thought he might be going for a vulture on his dead friend, Captain Sota, but looks like it is not to be.
Yeah, and I mean, right where he is, he's super exposed. Does take 1 shot from that center bizarre push.
Nope.
Sees 2 old in the alleyway, finds him out.
Got that guy though.
Nice and smooth. This is going to be the power of 2s, though unfortunately we're at minute 20 instead. Phoenix's time is rapidly dropping. They need to start doing something relatively soon.
Beefy and his rotations on objective are really risky. Now that he's going back, he may be able to catch Statham. Only a minute left. Yeah, they have to go. That's the cue. The smokes are out. Pwnecake almost gets caught. Does finally get picked up by Statham. It's all up to Beefy. A frag coming out over towards Statham. Completely flashed. He's dumping rounds. 50 cents is going to stop the attempted push from Statham for a little bit.
Beefy's not capitalizing on that perfect flash, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Squeaky does pick him off from the center market instead with a nice angle from the behind. 40 seconds left, but Phoenix going to take that. It's going to be a 4-3, I bet.
They're looking pretty good right now. Taking that Marsoc point's huge because now they go in, they get that Volk advantage. They can take this map and take the series.
Hopefully so.
And that'll be kind of tough, I feel like, on SMC Tactical to go in to OC5, you know, dealing with a loss. Granted, maybe we don't know all the information, right? They could be holding back strats. Could be just kind of fooling around a little bit, not feeling the pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to glean much kind of information as to the players' intentions when really how they kind of perform this particular match does not really matter. All they should probably be focusing on right now is OC5. Every part of them is focusing on OC5. Maybe screwing up this season will cause some harm later on, as I said, but honestly, they can bring that back. It doesn't matter. They should focus on OC5, and I think that's what they're doing. They're going to hold back tactics, have some fun. This is their final match before they fly out. I think literally today, in a few hours. I don't know the exact timeline for the US players.
I think it's not too bad. Well, I guess it depends on where you live, huh? But I know I'm flying. I know I'll be flying in the afternoon tomorrow. So.
Most of the EU players are flying out today, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it was with me going to the EU. I had to fly out on Wednesday night, so should probably be coming out Sunday night. Yeah, it's
nice and early in the morning, a 2 a.m. flight.
It's exciting, man. Everybody's out and about. We're all traveling. Some people are already at the convention. They're already at the hotel. The ProTube guys are already there. It's the pinnacle of Onward, man. It's going to be awesome to watch. It'll be really cool to see what they put out and what kind of stage we're on. And
I have a feeling it'll be a hell of a magnificent stage, especially since looking at the Leicester stage for the first time back in June was very exciting to see. It was weird seeing Onward such a relatively big stage confirmed to compared to what we had previously. It felt really weird seeing the ESL logo on it and everything. I have a feeling it'll just be doubled for such a bigger stage.
Eyes on here. SMC Tactical stacking 5 onto this west side. They're going to try and push hard in the mini courtyard. They do get there successfully. They're really pretty risky maneuvers here considering that they tend to put one guy north. Not really checking that angle at all.
This weird Mano position in the north here, prone in the drugstore doorway, just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, I was waiting for Beefy to keep charging north and maybe run into him, but he didn't. A little trade.
Yeah, that was a nice double headshot trade between Pokeg and Statham. That's not something you see particularly often.
Even know where Statham. Oh, he was pushed forward a little bit.
On the stairs
yeah.
as usual. Yeah. But Mano and Beefy are going to be having a little bit of contact on that northern side.
Tosses a nade, follows the flash, rotates out, gets away safely. He didn't like that tough corner he was tucked into, but it opens up Beefy to take this north side.
Yeah. I believe that flash from Mano might have actually gotten Beefy, as he was totally unresponsive to Mano moving away. Not even any suppressing fire coming just blindly around the corner. Completely silent from him.
On board Captain Soda, he's trying to inch his way forward. Here's the exchange of fire. Might be able to use that to his advantage.
Well, he could possibly tag Gibbs through the doorway there, but he'd have to get down incredibly low. But it'd be a huge pick for SMC Tactical, and he can hear Mano. Might try and rush him instead.
Man. All sorts of shots out. Captain's playing so patient here. I think the pad noise came out for Mano, so he might have heard that on the other side.
But Mano's getting pincered by both Beefy and Captain Soda here.
He has coverage, though. It's going to be hard for Soda to really get out there in the open. Squigookin and Gibbs are sort of looking in that direction. The great smoke denied Squig vision, though. Mano now pushing.
Oh, Mano just squeaks out from Beefy.
He comes.
Boy, if he drops down here, that could be a 2-pick for Phoenix.
He does drop down. Coming in behind Landon. I think Landon hears the footsteps, turns around, gets picked up. Team killed by Too Old.
Very unfortunate. Also, down goes Gibbs. Too Old's going to try and rush out, take down Beefy, but it's not to be. Landon traded some shots with him. He's going to fall back towards the objective.
They are in trouble on objective. Sickness in the middle. He's prone. He's going to be pushing up, pad out. Too Old trying to defend this backside. Landon coming in onto Too Old, finds Too Old. SMC Tactical grab themselves a Marsoc win. They tie it up 3-3.
The prediction is very much coming true here. The 3-3, the 4-3, 3-4. The predictions are on point. That's what I'm saying. They're perfect. Somehow the curse has been lifted by you, NightFiree.
Yeah, that action, it gets a little wild at the end there. All sorts of trades happening left and right. People pushing up, taking shots, throwing frags, tossing nades. Ultimately, SMC Tactical will survive in the chaos. Beefy with 6-2 right now.
That's a very nice, respectable score to have, especially on such a close match where this round will be deciding all of the marbles, as no team has won just quite yet.
Yeah, if you are just tuning in, you've come at literally the last possible moment you can possibly come. We have played 2 out of 3 matches. SMC Tactical losing to Phoenix 4-0 on quarantine. Then they took Suburbia 4-2, and now we're all tied up for the series decider on Bazaar 3-3. We've had some tech difficulties. We've had some struggles, but we're here, Buxton.
We are indeed. I think this will be a good final round. I expect to see some very conservative gameplay coming out from Phoenix and SMC Tactical both. But maybe SMC Tactical having much less to lose by losing this match. Maybe they'll be a little bit aggressive, especially like we saw with Captain Sota on Suburbia doing those kind of aggressive pushes that worked out. Maybe we'll see something like that on Bazaar on this final round.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice to go into OC5 with a league match win as your last round you played online.
Absolutely.
Definitely a little bit of a confidence booster. I think every other OC5 team has opted to take the bye that they are allowed to take this week.
I believe so, but I think those buys only count for next week's matches, not this.
Okay, yeah, because Globochem is playing right now, actually.
Yeah. Oh, what is that smoke officer Statham giving away his position immediately? They know it's quick spawn. This is ruined Phoenix.
But they are playing it fast. Malno utilizing this quick spawn to charge up into that middle of Bazaar and get up into a pretty forward position. Might be able to catch Sickness in a late rotation. Does see him and grabs a nice early pick, but answered back from Landon, ties it up 4-4.
Yeah, we expect to see a lot more shots coming in.
Landon!
Rushing straight to the defense, gets spotted, taken down by Landon.
Blue room. I got one down east Bazaar.
Really nice rotation, caught out Malno in his aggression. But he gets picked up quickly by Statham. The refrags are coming out left and right. We're into a 3v3.
3v3 on the third round for Phoenix. Third round for SMC Tactical with 5 minutes remaining. It's a shame it couldn't be 3 minutes. Loving the power of 3.
Speaking of power of 3, their third member way over on the east, taking his sweet time on that rotation. Granted, they do have plenty of it. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Yeah, looks like he might be trying to clear this eastern wall for Phoenix's final push up towards the objective. Because they really, really need to deal with Mr. Beefy sitting in the east, because he has a really nice vision of the objective, and also south objective building. Another long-winded EU call-out for you there. South objective building.
Jeez Louise. If I knew all of my team's callouts and I memorized them like I was supposed to, I'd have one for you there, but I don't, so you're lucky. Too old looking for anything on
seems
the
to have
east.
slowed down, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Kind of come to a halt. All the smokes are kind of expended.
With suppression fire, well, pre-fire rather, coming out from Too Old. It does give away his position for Beefy to catch him though. We'll expect a harsh push though. I don't think he will, but he will pick this window eventually.
Now he hears the footsteps now. Should be well aware of Too Old's positioning, and I really don't think Too Old has any idea Beefy's there.
I don't believe so, but that is a nice nade. Unfortunately not.
Those are very good air bursts right into 2 key points that you typically have defenders at. Unfortunately, not where any defenders are. And if Beefy decides to peek that window, he's got Too Old dead to rights.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Tries to wrap around.
Door's not going to see him though, yeah.
Come over into Pone Cake and Statham.
I'm surprised Beefy didn't keep a little bit more of an eye out there. That's surprising.
Pone Cake and Statham are just inching themselves to this corner. Statham too slow on that peak. Typically you want to fast peek those corners, and the final one going down for Phoenix. SMC Tactical grabbed themselves the series win 4-3.
All right, nice. That was such a close series to cast there, rather. A nice 4-0 on the start, a little bit one-sided. Phoenix taking that. Then, what was that, 4-0 again on the second map? This time towards SMC Tactical. I believe it was a 4-0.
No, it was 4-2.
4-2, that was it. Then it was a 4-3 on the final run, and SMC Tactical take the series nice and close.
They do indeed. That was unexpected, I feel like. I don't know if I was really anticipating that to be so close. Phoenix really stepping it up, man. They're a team you got to watch out for.
Yeah, I certainly didn't kind of expect it either, though I did call for a Phoenix win on that final map, 4-3. Maybe it was a little bit premature, but I thought Phoenix could pull something off to kind of surprise me on that final round, but it was not to be.
I mean, SMC Tactical lost on points. The final score 8-9.
Oh wow!
But
that's not something we see often.
It really isn't. I think it's, but a matter of fact, it's the second time it's happened this season.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there, but these rounds are close, and it's good to see SMC grab the series win. But I'm sure that what happened today might be used against them. They got to be careful of quarantine in some of their rounds they've lost.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be it from us today at Onward Master League. I don't think we have any more games this week. We do have the OC5 Onward Finals coming up on Wednesday at 12 p.m. PST. That'll be over on the VR Challenger website, twitch.tv, or on their Facebook. Watch VR Challenger.
Or on their YouTube.
Or on their YouTube, yeah. But that'll be Wednesday. That's it for us this weekend. I am NightFiree Buxton. Thank you for co-casting with me, good sir.
Love you as usual to co-cast. It's been a good match.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will see you next weekend. A new man, certainly. after traveling to OC5. Everybody have a good one. We're out. Peace.
Bye.